Okay, let's see it. There you go. Good job. Now what are you going to do? Oh my goodness! You are such a big boy! Good job, buddy!
We are doing something. We're being. Was doing something great. Have a good day. Bye, everyone.
Hey everyone.
Hi everyone.
It's been about 3 months since we did our last update, so we thought it would be a pretty good time to let you know what's been going on, and a lot has been going on. A lot?
A lot.
A lot. And basically, as far as the job goes, there's not a whole lot that we can be giving you, and that's not necessarily us just withholding information. There's just
We're just still seeking.
we're seeking, and so we ask that you could be praying for us for discernment, same things that we probably asked last time, just discernment, wisdom, patience, understanding. I just recently told someone it's just very hard to be completely dependent on God, and that's where we are, and that's a good place to be spiritually.
Yeah.
Mentally, it's sometimes a little bit difficult. So that's where we're going through right now, but it's a good place to be. And I think we are fully, as much as we can, dependent on God. So it's a neat place to be. On top of that, we have some other, Lola just turned 1. Can you believe it already? 1 year old. And so if you didn't get a chance to see those videos, we have one of just her celebration, her birthday. We got to do an awesome dedication, and that was just a really God-honoring time, I think. And then we also have another video of just the progress, the transition that she went from birth to 1 year. So that's pretty neat. So if you haven't checked those out, make sure you do. And on that note, if you want to stay up to date with everything that's going on, make sure you click that little subscribe button
Just down there
right there.
somewhere.
And you'll get some notifications when we put out some new videos, which we will, because
If you guys know why we started this whole channel in the first place, it was to document our IVF process. And obviously with looking for jobs, and they're not all in Maryland. So we've been looking all over and just seeking where God will have us next. But because of that, we have one embryo still that's still here in Maryland, and we don't want to leave it behind. And so in order to make sure that we don't leave that embryo behind, we're going to do it this spring. We're going to do another transfer. And so last Friday I had my first consultation with my doctor, and we just talked through all the options and talked about what it's going to look like. We have one embryo that's left, and so we'll be transferring one embryo. And after talking to her, we talked about, one of my concerns was that this embryo has been frozen for 5 years. Come this spring, it'll be 5 years. And it's from the same batch that Lola and Judah were both from, as well as the other babies that we've lost. And so it's just crazy to think that it was 5 years ago, that it was so long ago already, but then also that I was asking her, if there was, because it's been frozen for 5 years, if it will be less likely to succeed. And she was telling me no, that we've frozen time essentially with this life. And so it's an embryo from when I was 23 years old, and so that's a good age to have an embryo from, and so that it's actually better that it's 5 years old, because I was just so young when we did it. So she gave us good hope, and that it'll work. And so this next month through February, we'll be doing all like the pre-testing, just blood work and ultrasounds, just to make sure everything is ready to go. And then hopefully in mid-March, is when we'll actually be doing the transfer. So we just wanted to include you guys because we've included you on all the other ones, and we know the power of prayer, and we know that you guys are so faithful to pray for us. And so we just ask that you would continue to do that, one, for our job, and then also to for IVF and what we're about to embark on. Okay, we're back. Lola wanted to come join us. So if we move again, this will be our 8th time moving in 8 years, and this will be our 5th round of IVF, and we'll be moving, which we've moved I think every time that we've done it so far. And so, but honestly, it's really just, we had planned to do it at the beginning of this year, the transfer, and it just wasn't the right timing, and then, you know, we had so much going on in our lives to start it in November or December would have just been crazy. And so, and so, but now knowing that, you know, we don't really know what the future holds in store for us moving, so we just know that this would be the right time to just go ahead and do our transfer, so that way we can just be finished with that process before we move on to whatever God has next for us.
So thank you everyone for staying up to date, and again, if you want to continue to get alerts when we have new videos, new vlogs out, which we should be coming out with a little bit more frequently since we're doing this last transfer, make sure you click that subscribe button, and we'll hopefully see you soon.
Bye.